Hey, what's up, Patreon subscribers? How are you? Happy Hanukkah and Kwanzaa to you, and Ramadinga-donga, dinga-dinga-donga. Thank you much, Bob and Sissy. That was a great show. How are you, folks? 833-599, Nick. 833-599-6425, the phone number. Look, Christmas is coming up fast, and I'm sure some of you are still trying to figure out what to get for your dirty friends and their filthy families, or for that jerk-off liberal at work that you got stuck with in Secret Santa. You know, you get him a nice bag of rice and stick it right in his dirty sock hole. Well, your worries are over. From now until December 20th, you can get anything from the Nick Dip store at 30% off by using promo code Patreon30. This is a code just for you guys to show you how much I appreciate your support and to make you and your family members walking billboard for the show. Yes, it's very hoary of me, but as you know, I'm an unapologetic capitalist and believe in the free market. So get a hat, shirt, CD, DVD, or autographed ones at nickdip.com/store and use code Patreon, that's Patreon 30. Hope you do. Make great gifts. Even if you got liberal friends, get them a Nick DiPaolo fucking hat. It'll drive them silly. They'll have their cat shitting in it in a week. Let's start with a little prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Allah Akbar. You ain't getting dick for Christmas.
You ain't getting shit. No, you ain't getting shit.
Dick for me and Mom.
You ain't getting
Shit for Kwanzaa.
Wake up, white people.
You know what I want for Christmas this year?
What?
A big fat cock!
Oh!
In my ass!
Get out of my room, you sick cunt.
I know what you did. You're a damn terrorist. All right, just get...
Hey, nickdip.com, tour info, dates. Saturday, December 22nd, the Comedy Works. It's a Saturday night, one show. Monday, New Year's Eve. Jesus Christ, that's right around the corner. Tarrytown Music Hall, Tarrytown, New York. Please tell your friends about that one. That's a pretty big venue. Wednesday, January 9th, Fat Black Pussycat, New York City. Friday, January 11th, Lucy's in Pleasantville, New York. Saturday, January 12th, Fairfield Theater Company, Fairfield, Connecticut. Saturday, January 19th, Bobby V's in Windsor Lock, Connecticut. Sunday, January 27th, the Ventura Harbor Comedy Club, Ventura, California. Friday and Saturday, February 8th and 9th, the Black Box, Boca Raton, Florida. Friday, March 8th, Wood Theater, Glens Falls, New York. Saturday, March 9th, Cohoes Hall, Cohoes, New York. I might do the show. I was talking about shooting a 1 hour thing in Fairfield, Connecticut. I think I want to do it at Cohoes Hall. Much more. It's a beautiful old venue. It would look better on film, and it holds more people. Nothing against Fairfield. That would be a great place too, but I could tighten up the set, give myself a little more time. Friday, April 26th, Steel Stacks, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Friday, May 31st, Jonathan's Agunquit, Maine. Saturday, June 1, Whites of Westport, Mass. Saturday, August 10th, Newtown Theater, Newtown, Pennsylvania. And then all the way in the fall of 2019, Saturday, October 19th, Ridgefield Playhouse, Ridgefield, Connecticut. nickdip.com for ticket information. 833-599-6425. 833-599-6425. Goddamn 5. Anyways, I don't feel like talking heavy shit today. I just don't. I didn't sleep well. I'm fucking exhausted. Aging at Mach speed. Smoking like a crack whore on 9th Avenue and 42nd Street. And just fucking... I get this certain type of tired. You know when you're dehydrated and you're really tired? Multiply that times 7. I have the tired of a 5-year-old girl going through chemo. That's how tired. Now, again, people cringe at that. I'm just trying to pick somebody who's really tired. There's no... Okay, if a 12-year-old boy, A 31-year-old man. See how it's not as funny? God, I should be smoking. I was just going to say, I wish I could smoke down here. I can't. It's my house. Anyways. Christmas. Haven't even started yet. But I don't get your parents shit anymore, do you? When your parents are in their late hundreds, what are you going to get them? Nice headstone? False teeth, plastic hips. What are you going to get these motherless fucks? You know? My brothers and sisters, we don't buy shit for each other. They have kids and stuff. I don't want my sister. They have 3 kids. They get enough bills. Yeah, get me a nice shirt. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's ridiculous. So what do? You get a prostitute on Christmas Eve. You get her a nice ring from K Jewel. You know, I once got I wanted to get my wife some jewelry in there, and a guy said to me, well, go to, Jared's place. So cut to me giving her a 6-inch tuna sub at, nothing, fellas? You ain't getting... Ryan has a habit of taking big, stinky dumps right before the show, and the bathroom is like 2 rooms over, and it still creeps in here under the door like a fucking cat burglar.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Listen, dude, but you could shit before you leave your house and save us all the fucking... It's like mustard gas.
I did.
You shit at your house and you shit here? What are you living on, hemp? What are you fucking eating?
I've been living on McDonald's.
Well, that explains it. I thought I had a hint of quarter pounder in there.
I had a quarter pounder for breakfast.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I fucking love Ryan. What time was that, Ryan?
11.
11? Is breakfast? Yeah, I guess so. Is there anything better than a quarter pounder with cheese? I get the double.
Quarter pounder.
It is, isn't it? Same thing with filet of fish. I don't know who thought of that goddamn sandwich. I would put my balls in one if somebody made me one right now, but unfortunately the maid is out. Jesus, the teeth are fucking dingy. Well, here's the situation on my teeth. I had asthma as a kid, so I had to go for shots. They gave me 6 shots once a month. I'd go in 6 shots and ragweed and all this other shit. But there's something that was in the shots. What's it called? It begins with a P, and it's not penicillin. That's how I found that I was allergic. But it tetracycline with a T, and it grays your teeth when you're a little kid, apparently. So I want to thank my doctor for giving me the teeth of a fucking 78-year-old guy from Appalachia. I can't use the bright strips. I went in and had the dentist do that fucking laser treatment thing. I have extra sensitive teeth. I almost started crying. The next 2 a slight breeze would blow on my teeth and I would almost faint. So, anybody got any solutions? Don't tell me those chattering white fucking teeth. I'm saving those for my my funeral. You ain't getting shit for Christmas. So, yeah. The fuck was I talking about? Fellas, anybody pay any attention?
Something about Christmas.
Something about all right, let's get on with it. Fucking killed enough time. Call in. I'm lonely. 833-5... Sounds like the gangster hotline. Call me now, bitch. We got Jewish gangs. Hey, we don't have that queued up, do you? Could probably pull it up. I like the first guy the best.
What's up, nigga? You wanna talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
You wanna sell that shit? Call these motherfuckers ASAP.
Yeah, I said some shit. What? Man, fuck you and your bone spurs.
The hardest niggas is standing by, ready to pick up that phone. Buff niggas, dark niggas, Asian niggas, white niggas.
Suck my dick, bitch. Fuck you.
1-213 373-4253.
He's tossing in
Just
there.
dial, nigga. I'll fuck you up.
Deaf niggas. Classic niggas. Racist niggas. Mystery niggas. Psycho niggas. Dog niggas. Jewish niggas.
You got some motherfucking nerds calling me out Shabbat on some little bullshit ass nigga. Better calm that shit down and come around here and show me some fucking respect before me and my Jewish niggas come up here and beat your ass, nigga. Off top.
Niggas is talking shit. Call now.
$4.99 per minute.
Can I just see the very beginning again? The very first guy with his furrowed brow. Fucking, this just makes me belly laugh.
What's up, nigga?
Just mad.
You want to talk some shit?
No, man, for no fucking reason. That's like any linebacker for the Ravens right now. Nick, what do you mean by that? You know what I mean. What are you doing, the Kathy Griffin show here, for the love of Pete? Fucking love my brothers. Funny people. How about Donald Trump? President Trump today lashed out at Morning Joe. You know, the hillbilly-eyed fucking Joe Scarborough with a fucking bulletproof hair. Trump lashed out his co-host, longtime critic Mika Brezinski, after she called Secretary of State Mike Pompeo a butt boy, which is a, homophobic term, for defending the Saudi crown prince accused of killing a journalist. And like Bob Frederick says in the article, if it was a conservative, Trump said, if it was a conservative that said that, what crazed Mika Brzezinski stated on a show yesterday using a certain horrible term, that person will be banned permanently from television, he wrote in a tweet. She'll probably be given a pass despite their terrible ratings. He always brings up ratings. Congratulations to @Richard Grinnell, our guest ambassador to Germany, for having the courage to take this horrible issue on. Richard Grinnell is a very gay guy. I've seen him on Fox. Very smart guy, but super gay, super bright, which, again, doesn't matter. As long as I don't have to watch it, I don't give a fuck what you do. But this guy's bright. Grinnell had criticized Brzezinski, who quickly apologized, the fake-titted blonde, for her remarks Wednesday for using the term, which is considered a slur against gays. And this is what Grinnell tweeted, who himself is gay. Accepting apologies is important. We all fail. But I don't see that you've actually apologized to gays. Your words demean, mock, and therefore tried to control whole groups by minimizing our humanity. Anyways.
You stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
Let's show Mika. I'm all over the place.
Is that a patriot speaking? Or a wannabe dictator's butt boy?
Make me a sandwich! Make me a fucking sandwich! No, you stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt! No!
Imagine her questioning Mike Pompeo, who's a military, graduated first in his classes, West Point, fucking saw action. She's questioning whether he's a What the fuck are you, Mika? Zika, Brzezinski. Just airheaded. Don't get me wrong. I'd throw her a quick one. I'll be honest with you. I think she's a piece of ass, but she's fucking that hillbilly, fucking deliverance-eyed Joe Scarborough with the bulletproof hairdo and a fucking... He's got a band, Every time I hear his band, I think of like fucking, Viagra Lipitor commercials where the guys in their late 60s are in their garage pretending they're cool. I don't have a garage, so I do it in the living room. But that's besides the point. I just got a haircut. How's it look? I think it looks pretty good, don't you?
I think you look good.
Thank you very much. Jason gave it a kind of a... Ryan was... I mean, come on, Jace. What the fuck? What do you want?
It's all right, yeah.
Well, what do you... How would I make it better?
I don't fucking know.
Well, then don't fucking... Taking shit from a guy who's got the bangs of Marsha Brady. Hello. Oh, my God. Jason looks like Marv Albert in junior high school. Yes! You look like a Ranger play-by-play. You look like one of the Albert brothers. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, you know. Let's go to Drew on line one. Rapper Ice Cube released a video against the alt-right and Trump. You know what I hope happens to rapper Ice Cube and anybody who looks like him? That they get fucking hypertension and diabetes and their feet rot and fall off. And maybe throw in a little, I can't remember the disease, but I'm so fucking tired today. Drew, what's going on? Where do I get to see this this racist rap?
Well, Nick, that other disease would be sickle cell disease.
Thank you. I said, Drew. I said,
hey man,
Drew, hold on. When I was on the doing a roast, Lisa Lampanelli was on the roast, and because she always talks about how much she loves black men, I go, she's got so many black guys' numbers on her iPhone. She calls it her sickle cell.
Well, Artie Lang also had a classic joke where he said when he was in prison, there were so many black guys in there, he called it the sickle cell that he was in.
I saw him last night. Oh, by the way, I ran into Artie last night, and we're going to have him on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We're gonna, I hadn't seen him since
nice.
Now he's got the nose of Nipsey Russell. I've never seen. But we started joking about, he has a joke about Hamilton, the play, and how successful it was. He goes, we should change all the Broadway plays to black themed Broadway plays. And, you know, he had Les Miserables robbery, and I said, he had about 3 of them, and I look right at him, and I go, how about Burglar on the Roof? And he rattled off 10 more, and I rattled off 10 more. He's crazy. I love him. I still love him.
He still got it, Nick. He still got it, man.
You have no idea, Drew, how he's still, I don't know how he does, but his mind is just, even after all that shit, and his mind is something else. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Ice Cube has a video against the alt-right.
Nick, you're gonna be as pissed off as me when you see this. I first thing I watched, and when I woke up, I saw this, and I'm sending it to my buddies. I'm like, this guy is a piece of shit. Chase down the bully / against the alt-right and Trump. He threatens Trump's life multiple times.
Yeah.
He threatens to start a civil war by stay ready, motherfuckers. He's a piece of shit.
But you know what, Drew?
You gotta watch this.
I'm gonna watch it, Drew. But here's what you gotta realize. This shit used to bother me, but guys like Ice Cube and all the rest of them, you know what? They're filthy rich. And they know it's going to get the attention. That's all. They don't even give a fuck. I swear. I mean, I know they don't like Whitey. I mean, that goes for almost any black person. But you know what? They put that shit out there. They know it's going to be controversial. We'll talk about it and blah, blah, blah. And they're going to make their greenery. They're so cynical. They're almost,
meanwhile, it's all like white rich kids buying this shit.
Yeah,
too, so.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. So
go buy a fucking Van Halen CD, Jesus.
The original Van Halen, by the way, not fucking with Pat.
No
fucking,
kidding. Yeah,
no,
right,
no
exactly.
Sammy Hagar, which I like Sammy by himself. But all right, Drew, I'll check that out. I'll have my producers get right on it, buddy, and have a good Kwanzaa. All right.
All right, have a good night.
We have that video now.
Which video is that?
The Ice Cube video.
Now, are we going to get flagged for that? No.
Now, we're commentary on it, so
we're commenting on it. Look what these motherfuckers is saying about us. Go ahead. Fucking roll that shit.
If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Blast like confetti, nigga, cut like a machete.
Ooh!
You can spin your fetty on the motherfucking Chevy.
But how about some confetti?
I'm buying something heavy, turn the ass into spaghetti.
Oh!
From another planet, no, it's not the Serengeti. More than the African, I am planetary.
All right, pause this.
Bitches think...
What is that? How you write a song? Hey, fellas, yo, my niggas, I need 19 words that end with Eddie and rhyme with SETI. Call me now, bitch. Look at him sitting there in whatever. It's concrete jungle. Let it roll.
This commentary is military. I kill and I bury with the steel that I carry now. If he a fascist, I'ma bash his head in.
Oh,
Cock your back, boy. Put the lead in. All you evil forces with your tiki torches, shove them up your ass. Freaky intercourses.
Time out.
They try to...
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, right after he says this shit, he goes back to his fucking $60 trillion mansion and probably stayed in Trump hotels. And if he grew up any other country, he'd be fucking, driving a forklift sweeping streets. Take back the forklift comment. I know a few forklift drivers. Actually, one of them's not getting paid as well as a man. Let me,
Archie, the next step is to get them to pay me like a fella.
You are a fella.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, they're putting me on regular next week, but they're paying me less than they paid the man who used to run the forklift.
Oh, well, come on, Irene. After all, it's a well-known fact. Men are worth more than women.
Even back
Archie,
then.
have you been reading Playboy?
No, I haven't, you dried up cunt.
No, Irene, the Bible.
Bible?
The Bible. And in the Bible it says, God made man in his own image. He made women after, from a rib. Cheaper cut.
All right, back to more words that rhyme with Terry.
Lie. Say I'm hearing voices. Apocalypse now, rolling with the horses. Hit the alt-right with a fog light. See that red sheet? Used to be all white. Stay
What?
ready.
What red sheet?
Stay ready.
Stay ready, eat spaghetti.
Stay ready.
Give me some heady from my
We're gonna
Aunt
chase
Betty.
down the bully, hit his ass with the fully.
Oh, a fully. You get his ass with a fully.
Then we gonna string his ass up by his nuts with the pulley.
Yeah, like, let's do a noose.
Fuck a Trump supporter talking about law and order. All you wanna do is go fuck up reporters. Build a damn wall, then fuck up the borders. Hate to see a motherfucking nigga with a quarter. Hate to see a nigga with your ugly ass daughter. They freeze your bread and water, get you ready for the slaughter.
He's right.
That's why
Drew
your
is right.
homeboy just went out and bought a AR-15. I can make a bitch sing. Ain't no nigga shit. This some bigger shit. Who can give a shit about white privilege? Throw your hands up. Pull your pants up. You can't fight in that tight shit, man up. Nigga, stand up. Have you forgotten how you picking cotton? Better get to socking. And if you think Ice Cube give a shit about their statues, cover them in pigeon shit.
Oh!
Stay ready.
A fucking genius. A George M.
ready.
Cohen. A fucking Shakespeare.
Stay ready.
Make me a sandwich.
We're gonna chase down the bully, hit his ass with the fully.
I'm gonna hit.
Then we're gonna string his ass up by his nuts with the pulley.
All right, shut him up. Hope sickle cell hits you and your family tonight. Fucking. Shut up, I can hear you, Ryan.
Now, I was saying, Ice
What?
Cube is 49. He definitely dyes his beard.
He's only 49?
Yeah. He also stars in children's movies.
No, I know. He's the biggest whore out there when it comes to, but he's just playing the man for some fucking cheddar. Know what I'm saying, yo?
You live long enough to die a rap. You die a rapper or live long enough to see yourself star in children's movies.
Yeah, die a rapper. And how rappers die today, they fall into their built-in pools and bang their head. Half of them are the suburbs. Anyways. Please come. I'll give you some fucking lyrics. Can we have a little April showers? This is how we fight back Ice Cube, who I probably, like I said, if I met him, I'd probably like the fucking guy, even though he don't like Whitey, but I don't like him. I think that's clear. This is how we fight back.
Low April shower.
Okay, Ice Cube, this is me fucking getting back at you. This is how we fight your shit. So fuck that white privilege. I have a Mac 9. I am half man, half woman, And you cross that fucking line. If you see me in a woman's dress, you soon will see my panties, a big shitty mess. So keep on looking for that Adam's apple, and and that big rubber dildo. Whatever RuPaul comes along. Come on, you motherless fuck.
April shower.
May come your way. Ice Cube brings me flowers, 'cause he's fucking gay. I have a Mac 9. It's quite a suit you got on. What are you selling me, real estate? Look at that fucking hairdo. You couldn't penetrate that with a fucking mortar. All right, shut him up before I tear his fucking ears off. That's how we fight back with those dirty hip-hop, misogynist, racist lyrics. Do you see how do you guys understand the times you're living in? Do you understand that, they'd come down on, we have Eminem, who's, whatever, but they come down on any type of speech like that at a college campus, whether you're in a public place, at a restaurant, if a white person talked half that poorly about black, you'd lose your job, all that shit. These motherfuckers, and they know there's a bunch of white liberal fucking goo-gobblers running the planet right now who say, you know what, black people went through a lot of shit 400 or 500 years ago, so we're going to let them fucking have, run of the fucking place. And that's the times you're living in right now. They know it, too, and they're enjoying it. Some of them do it tongue-in-cheek, and, but anyways. Let's go to our girl, Bunny Galore, who she helps us behind the scenes here. Excuse me, folks. I had a burrito about 2 months ago. That sucker is still laying in my stomach like a dead fetus. Let's go to Bunny, who just had some surgery on her face. I met her and I said, I don't like your face. Change it. And Bunny said, I'll be right on it. No, she had fucking a serious operation. She has like a nerve. Bunny will tell us. Bunny says she enjoys the Ebonic word salad, but Ice Cube doesn't know that we have all the guns. Well, they have a lot of guns too, but the thing is, there's only 11 of them. There's 78 million of us. But anyways, Bunny, how are you? First of all, how you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good. I actually had brain surgery, and they confirmed that I do have one.
You didn't have brain surgery, did you?
Yes, I did. I did. I had it last Friday, and yeah, it's been
well, apparently
I feel a lot better.
Apparently, they operate on the communications part of your brain.
I'm not talking as much, right?
No,
Is that good?
I know you sound normal. I like what they did. They drop a scalpel.
I know. Well, actually, this is kind of a callback to your tooth problem. You know that feeling you got when you got your laser whitening?
Yeah.
And it hurt so bad you were going to cry?
Yeah, and you had that on your face.
That's what I felt pretty much every day. That's the trigeminal nerve, and actually, at least according to The Godfather, Luca Brasi used that nerve to hurt people. So I felt
he did.
How
did?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They didn't name it. It's the facial nerve. It's the most painful one that you can ever.
Yeah, but
hurt.
What did Luca? And, how did Luca Brasi? What did he do to?
I read the book. Well, you gotta. Well, it was one of his. I think I read The Godfather. I've read it so many times, but I can't remember what it was. When the old lady was talking about him and just about how vicious he could be and how he would torture people with the near the ear and their face. They didn't name the nerve, obviously, although they had no problem talking about vaginas. That was an eye opener. Have you read The Godfather? They cut that out of the movie.
I know. I heard about that.
Anyway,
one of the women had a large vagina.
Yeah. I'm going to buy you the book. It's awesome, but you have to read it. It's awesome. But I just wanted to say, I told Ryan that I personally know that there's plenty of air freshener in there, and there's no excuse to pollute your atmosphere. And I just wanted to say hello.
All right, Bunny. I'm glad.
Yes,
I'm glad you're.
polluting the atmosphere.
I'm glad you're doing well.
Yes, and I just want to check in with you guys. I like to do it on off days, and I love you guys. And you really cheered me up. I listened to a lot of stuff while I was in the hospital, and I hope you have a good night, guys. And Ryan, get on that air freshener.
And please keep. Can you check on the all the emails and on Patreon and YouTube and answer those, Bunny, when you get a chance?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can only do so much. I'm one person. I'm one person. I get tired.
I know.
There's 1,000 of them.
I've got it. I'm on it.
All right. Thanks, Bunny.
I'm on it.
All right, honey.
All right.
All
have
right.
a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Though April showers. I think we should change you guys from the Twinks to the Butt Boys.
You know, that was my nickname in college.
No, it wasn't.
A dead ass.
Was it Butt Boy or Dead Ass?
It was Butt.
That was my girlfriend's nickname in high school, Dead Ass. Why? Because she was in a wheelchair, and I used to have sex with her anyway. Oh, for the love of Pete Nick. Pete Nick? Let's go to Jake. Speaking of Butt Boys, Jake in Layton, Utah. Jake, what's going on, my friend? Happy Kwanzaa to you.
She is a vegetable.
Yes, cucumber.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yay! When the fuck did they start calling Goo Gobblers Butt Boys? I've heard Butt Bandit, but never Butt Boy.
Yeah, I'd never heard that term either. I know Ryan had it in his yearbook in high school. It's a pretty late term. After you and I, Jake. But Jake, your last name is Bender, so you must have caught some shit. All right. Let's move on, shall we? I mean, the lines are packed. Though April showers may come your way, San Francisco smells fucking gay, so keep on looking. Anyways, San Francisco, one of my favorite cities, and they've destroyed it. Unless you like human poo-poo. Show up there with a doggy bag and go crazy. Where was I? Oh, Mark Grinnell. Yeah, so that's, again, though, you guys understand, like Mika Brezinski and those leftists who always calling us people who vote the way we do racist, bigots, and all that. They're the biggest racists and fucking bigots and homophobes. You understand. They play the other side of that coin to get votes. But truly, I mean, remember that, what was it, what's her name, Joy, the black woman, Joy. She has a show, AM Joy, on MSNBC. Fucking, she got caught. They found a whole bunch of her fucking tweets and shit and blogs with making tons of gay jokes. You don't remember this? About a year ago, she said she got hacked. I mean, just fucking hateful shit. Alec Baldwin. Remember he went off on some black guy in the street or some black paparazzi guy, called him an effing fag, a cocksucker or something. They're as hateful as anything, which is fine. In my world, you should be able to say any of that shit. But that's not the world we live in. Because if somebody like me says it's going to cost you your job, blah, blah, blah. These fuckers, they're not held accountable for anything on the left. Whether it's a fucking Hillary server, whatever. They don't get held accountable for anything. Fucking Comey, you think he's going to do jail time? Fucking Peter Strzok and his ugly girlfriend? Though April showers may lick your bone. All the stories today was about her apologizing. They didn't fucking really, After a viewer criticized her use of the term butt boys, she apologized on Twitter. She said, totally agree with you. Super bad choice of words. That's how you know she's a genius. She looks a little like Glenn Close in fucking Fatal Attraction. Total agree with you. I mean, she fucks Joe Scarborough. What more do you need to know? She finds Hillbilly Eyes fucking attractive with his band of fucking, suburban jackoffs. I should have said water boy, she said. like for football teams or something, or something like that is what she said, you know?
You stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
Anyways, Trump went off on her, and good for him. He doesn't let the shit slide. Good for him. But then you read stories going, Donald Trump, every story, who's been known to call other people names. Yeah, but not homophobic. He doesn't fucking cross the line that you guys invented, whether it's racial, homophobic. Do you understand? Yeah, he calls Ted Cruz, creepy Ted Cruz, or fucking whatever. You know, but that hardly compares to butt boy. If somebody like Mark Levin or somebody like that, Hannity referred to some, you know, somebody on the left, even though, you know, as butt boy, you go haywire. Why is that? Why are they making the rules? Fuck the rules. Had enough of it. Moving the show up to the attic, where I can see who's pulling into my driveway. Oh, did you see this footage? This made me hard as a shark's tooth. A police officer in Florida cold-cocked an unarmed homeless man. I love how they put that right in the first sentence. Everybody that mouths off, fucking, they call homeless to a cop. Unarmed homeless man who appeared to challenge the cop's authority after a report of disturbance at a Miami Beach restaurant. Police body cam footage from the December 3rd incident shows a homeless man from Orlando, dressed better than a maitre d', identified as Lowell Poitier Jr., 35, making aggressive gestures toward at least one officer before seemingly picking something up from a nearby table. The video then depicts Poitier approaching Officer Adriel Dominguez, getting in the cop's face, and, well, here's the video. It's just typical of whatever the fuck.
Watch yourself, dog. Watch yourself, dog. Watch yourself, pussy. What?
Boom! It asshole.
You got knocked the fuck out, man.
Can we take another look at that, please? I wish we could slow it down in super slow mo.
Watch yourself, dog.
Piece of shit.
Watch yourself, dog. Watch yourself, pussy.
Boom!
Have a seat. He'll be in deep shit. You know what? That's how that should have been settled. That's how all of that should be settled. How about that? Even if it's a white guy mouthing off and it's a black cop, drop him like a used rubber. Okay? Why can I hear fucking Ryan's stupid little comments? What do you guys have on? I'm catching him when he's talking on the phone with people and... No, not that. You fucking audio, Mamaluke. I want to see it.
Walls are thin.
I want to see it again. It's like porn.
Boom!
Who's saying boom? One of the
I think
brothers.
the guy recording it. I think it's the cop recording it in his body cam.
I don't know, but here's what happens, folks. It's a little more complicated. Hey, guys, I can hear you. Ryan, shut off the fucking mic or whatever. Well, why can I hear you today? You guys have something...
I guess I'm just being loud.
Well, yeah, well, don't. And move away
Sorry.
from fucking Jason. Or whatever. I guess I'm just being loud. Yeah. The fuck? See,
I'm looking at your sound levels. They're on this screen.
I don't get... You got to fucking talk to look at my sound levels? All right, quiet. Anyways. Another officer, Frederick Dominguez, who wasn't at the scene at the time, later obtained video of the incident, which he believes depicts the officer, who was not related to him, assaulting Poitier outside the Pelican Hotel. Frederick Dominguez, he's a rat, is now requesting whistleblower protection from the city for reporting the incident, which he believes to constitute misconduct warranting investigation. Officers responded to the restaurant after Poitier was spotted acting irate. Okay, this is a guy in a restaurant. He didn't look that homeless, by the way, either. He had better fucking posture than I do. A nicer shirt on. and a better vocabulary. Irate and screaming loudly at the establishment. So he also called two women fucking gringas. It's a derisive Spanish term for white women. So he's a racist piece of shit. He's homeless. The world would be better off without him. Knocking him out is where we should start at a fucking minimum. That's how it should be handled every fucking time. Unless there's guns involved. Nick, that's ridiculous. No, it's not. Let's get back to old school caveman shit. Poitier also called for officers at the scene. He called officers at the scene crackers. He's just a fucking hateful black dude. When they approached him and appeared as he wanted to challenge the authority of one officer, according to the police report. Two officers then told Poitier that he apparently forgot his phone at the restaurant, prompting him to once again get in an officer's face before walking back to retrieve the device. So let me read that again. Two officers told the scumbag that he apparently forgot his phone at the restaurant. That sounds like the officers are doing him a favor. And how does he respond to that? He gets in their faces. You think that's maybe why you're homeless and you have no friends? Your fucking attitude is worse than mine. So they tell him, hey, buddy, you forgot your phone, after him yapping his fucking mouth off, and he gets in a cop's face. Upon grabbing his phone, Poitier approaches Officer Dominguez in an aggressive manner. This is what the report says. Poitier stated, what, as he clenched his fifth. It says as he clenched his first. Can these motherfuckers... clenched his fist, took a fighting stance, which I did not see, and leaned into Officer Dominguez's face, which I did see. Officer Dominguez, in fear for his safety, struck Poitier with a closed fist punch with his right hand, which made contact with Poitier's left side facial area. Yes, it did. It was like a Lomachenko. Drop that piece of garbage in a toilet, yo. You see what he did? He grabbed with his left hand and he fucking beautiful right hook right on the button. There you go. Show that fucker again.
Watch yourself, watch yourself, pussy. What?
Boom!
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
He got right in the cop's face. Is anybody teaching anything about manners in that community? Peasy told the Miami Herald that Officer Frederick Dominguez decided to make the footage public because department brass often advised cops to be aggressive while on the beat. Don't know what that means. As far as covering each other, you should have shut your mouth and gave the cop a high five. I've never seen anything like it, Peasy told the newspaper. It's outrageous behavior. It's an assault in broad daylight. He clearly did not take a fighting stance or clench his fists to fight the officer like it says in the report. He leaned into the fucking officer. He's a scumbag. And how does the cop know? How does he know what he has in his hands after he reached and grabbed whatever he did off the fucking table? Why can't you just look at that? This is why we're destined to fail as a species, that we can't agree that that guy got what he had coming to him. Why can't you just go, good, you know what? He's a fucking disrespectful piece of shit, and he's homeless, and if he died tomorrow, nobody would miss him. Nick, that's not a... Yeah, that's how I feel. But another officer rats this guy out? What a fucking... Why don't you get a fucking cell with Michael Cohen? Adriel Dominguez has since been relieved of patrol duties. I would have promoted him to captain as internal affairs investigators and state prosecutors review the footage. The police department's union, meanwhile, is fully backing the officer seen in the footage, and I think you should. Yeah. This is what the union said. The video, along with the police officer's body cameras footage, captured the dangerous confrontation, which it is. If a guy's homeless, like you say he is, you don't know what the fuck's going to happen, with an agitated, angry, physically aggressive defendant. Miami Beach Fraternal Order Police President Robert Jenkins told the paper, there is no question Officer Dominguez was legally justified and fully entitled to protect himself. That's not going to fly, though. That's not going to fucking fly in today's world. Unfortunately. Some lib judge will go, how dare you? Do you know what these people have been through? Yes, my wallet. Oh, my goodness gracious, Heloise.
I want all of you to enjoy your cake. So, enjoy.
Though April showers may ruin your hair. Okay. Did you guys know this, ladies and gentlemen? A new study published in the British Medical Journal on Wednesday, which found that a person's risk of heart attacks spikes during most holidays and peaks at around 10 p.m. on Christmas Eve, which makes sense. That's when most of us are doing blow behind the eggnog. Smoking crack behind the goddamn Christmas tree. Are we not? Or trying my Grammy's Brajol. That'll give you a heart attack. 7 pounds of fat in each bite. Yummy, yummy.
I've never had pains like this before. Oh, this is the worst one I ever had, son. Oh, it's the worst one. This is a big one. I'm dying. You hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you.
The peak is very pronounced, exactly on Christmas Eve and the following 2 days. Isn't that fucking weird? Not really, when you add all the researchers analyzed a massive trove of data in the study. The details of more than 280,000 heart attacks in Sweden over 16. They're having heart attacks over the pussy over there. Let's be honest, huh? It's not the fucking cholesterol and shit. It's the fucking blonde-haired, blue-eyed, big-titted broads running around being chased by the dirty people from the dirty shithole countries. That'll give any dad a heart attack. Nick, that's horrible. Hey, lick it. There was a slightly higher risk before 8 a.m. for a heart attack. Here's some of the few patterns of heart attack. More generally on Mondays, which makes plenty of sense. That's because a lot of people have a lot of money on Monday Night Football. There was a higher risk on New Year's Day and the midsummer holidays. And at sporting events. Major sporting event. This all makes it's all common sense. In Muslim Islamic holidays, it says. I can explain all of those. Islamic holidays, you have a good chance to get blown up. Everybody's nervous. They shoot up every fucking. They just had a shooting in France at some Christmas market, so you might spike your blood pressure there. Sporting events, of course, you got money on them. Half the country does. Can I give you the best quote ever in the history of The Sopranos? Uncle Junior's arguing with Tony, and he goes, you're trying to take. Uncle Junior goes to Tony, the economy's so good, you're trying to take credit you had nothing to do with. He goes, the economy's so good, chinks and housewives are betting football. Chinks and housewives. That's so racist, it bothers me. It really bothers me. But they found the greatest risk of heart attack by far was on Christmas Eve, where the chances of having a heart attack shot up 37%. Of course, you're going to open that gift, that sweater with a reindeer on it. The scientists believe Christmas Eve and other holidays are times when people experience emotional stress, and that likely affects heart health, although they're only speculating. Then why make the article? You might as well have said they're only guessing. I could do that. Should I write an article tonight? I think butternut squash causes blindness in kittens. It may or may not. Also, dinosaur shit. I mean, I love how they throw that in halfway through the article. It's just speculation. Well, thanks. I could have heard a guy pissing at a fucking bar next to me go, you know what? I think cancer is caused by the pipes over some silly shit, and I'm reading it anyways. Imagine scientists believe, look, guys, listen to this. Scientists believe around the holidays when people, they experience emotional stress. Really? So Christmas is a stressful time. We need a guy in a fucking white lab coat to tell us that. You know, we keep seeing people dropping dead at the mall around December 22nd, 23rd. Half of them, just passed out in front of fucking the giant pretzel stand. They're about 400 pounds overweight. The wife looks like a tick. And now they're trying to find their 11 fucking kids who they haven't talked to in a year gifts. I don't know. Scientists believe Christmas Eve and other... You know what they try? This is a story to make Christmas Eve look evil. I want a defibrillator under my tree tonight. Listen to this. We do not know for sure, but emotional distress with acute experience of anger, anxiety, sadness, grief, and stress. That's a Tuesday for me, not fucking Christmas Eve. Increase the risk of a heart attack. We already knew that, you cheese eaters. Excessive food intake, alcohol, long-distance traveling may also increase the risk. Well, that gives us an excuse to stay home and not visit fucking anybody. There you go. Colin Quinn used to have a great bit about that. I don't know if it was Christmas, but I don't know. It was a baptism while the adults were upstairs snorting coke off the roof of a dollhouse in the bedroom.
The April showers me kindly way. The spring shower, they bring the flowers in May.
Wow. Ron says he put you in the Urban Dictionary. Hi, Ron. Who put me in the Urban Dictionary? You did?
I did, Nick. This is Ron Ebel who puts the stuff on Patreon.
Yes, Ron. I know. I appreciate a lot of the stuff you send.
Thank you. Yeah, I put your name in the Urban Dictionary under DiPaolo. It says, a funny bastard. And the example is, that Fred at work is a real DiPaolo.
That what at work?
I just used the name Fred. That Fred at work is a real DiPaolo.
What does that mean?
It's just stupid, but anyone who wants to see, I put the link at the top of the Patreon community page, the Urban Dictionary.
There you go, Ronnie. You're the best, brother. Keep up the good work.
Okay.
So what are you doing for the holidays? Are you going to fucking snort some coke and maybe have a heart attack and fall into the tree?
If I can get Colin Quinn's dollhouse, yeah.
The great CQ. All right, Ronnie, thank you, and we appreciate your work behind the scenes.
Okay, bye-bye, Nick.
All right. Okay, bye-bye. Although your mother's asshole may come your way. Curt Schilling. Oh, he must be in trouble. Why? Well, he's an outspoken white jock. That means that he's an alpha male, still has some balls, and he leans right in his politics. So he must be in trouble because he talked today. He talked in public. So he must be in trouble. Well, what did he do? What was his... excuse me. Got to have a cigarette to clear that last lungie stuck in my throat. I have like 3 oysters in my throat now, but I'd bread them and cook them. Former Red Sox pitcher Curt Schilling took a swing at Bronx Congresswoman. By the way, she's not from the fucking Bronx. She grew up touching this town up here in fucking faggy Westchester. I say that lovingly. Schilling took a swing at Ocasio-Cortez, slamming her intelligence like he's the only one to do that, after she complained that her ideas are being scrutinized because of her young age. This is what the bird brain had to say. Double standards are Paul Ryan being elected at 28 and immediately be giving the benefit of his ill-considered policies, considered genius, and me winning a primary at age 28 to immediately be treated with suspicion and scrutinized down to my clothing of being a fraud. She fucking said, and I said...
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Schilling, an outspoken conservative, oh yeah, he's a regular Mark Levin, responded to Ocasio-Cortez's complaint by tweeting that she is being scrutinized and treated with suspicion because every time you speak, you say something more stupid than the last time you spoke. That's what Schilling said. He added, you are a college graduate and likely the most unintelligent person, man or woman, in our government. At least he wasn't being sexist there. Let's take a look at our favorite gal. Again, if I met her, I'd like her, but she's dumb as a bag of fucking rocks.
crisis of humanitarian condition. And that to me is just where I tend to come from on this issue.
You use the term the occupation of Palestine. What did you mean by that?
I think what I meant is like the settlements that are increasing in some of these areas and places where Palestinians are experiencing difficulty in access to their housing and homes.
Do you think you can expand on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd also I am not the expert on geopolitics on this issue.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
There's a compilation I could have piled on, but she's one of the rising stars. They're actually talking about her running. Meanwhile, Margaret Hoover, I'd vote for her tomorrow, that was interviewing her. Anyways, he added, this is what Schilling added. I already said that. You're a college grad. Rep. David Cellini, Rhode Island, quickly went to bat for Ocasio-Cortez because he's probably trying to get 2 fingers in her. Curt, you still owe my state $75 million, Cicilline tweeted. Maybe worry about that before you go after Ocasio-Cortez. And you know what? I say to Miss Cortez, and she seems like a lovely lady, but she's not that bright, but like,
Make me a sandwich! Make me a fucking sandwich!
Is there anything more misogynist than saying that to her? Iron my shirts, bitch! Look at the autistic kid. His attention is like you're like a cat when somebody does this with a fucking flashlight.
I gotta keep looking around at different things so my eyes don't space out and I go into my imagination.
Yeah, I know.
It keeps me focused on the sound.
That's the only time Jason laughs really hard when we're shitting on Ryan. Ryan's a good fella. You saw his physique. The last time I saw a chest like that, I was looking through a barbed wire fence on the History Channel.
I know what you get. You're a damn terrorist.
Know what I want for Christmas this year?
What?
A big fat cock!
That's Ryan.
In my ass!
Oh, no, put it on. Please, you didn't use deodorant. Today's Thursday, right?
Though April showers may come your way, I'll rip your tits off in fucking May.
All right. Hello. Headlines. I can hear you. I can fucking hear you every time you whisper today. Why? Something has changed in there, fellas.
Something's up with our soundproof walls.
No. Dummy. It's coming through the headphones. Has nothing to do with the soundproof walls. Do you get it? It's coming, one of the mics, I'm picking you up. More than normal. It's no biggie, but I get distracted easy. You know me. I'm like you.
Yeah. Here, listen to this. Fixed it.
Yeah. So what was wrong?
It was a dial from the Skype call on Monday.
Yeah. And, the Skype call did it? Is that right? That's funny, because I mentioned it 20 minutes ago on the show, and you guys just fixed it. Jason reached. Our savior, Jason. Excuse me. All right, let's move on. Wait before I... President Trump canceled the decades-old tradition of the White House hosting a Christmas party for the fucking media. What a...
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really
are. Can you blame him? If he didn't cancel it, he'd be being a hypocrite. Because he can't sit there every day on Twitter and in his rallies and going, fake news, pieces of garbage, you guys are fuck stains. But come to the White House. I'll serve you a eggnog after a fucking Don Jr. pees in it. That's what they should have did. That's what they should have done. I would have had the media over. I would have had Jim Acosta over, and I would have taken a raw chicken. I would have thawed it out, taken all the blood after you thawed a chicken. I would have poured it in the eggnog and go, Mr. Costa, I want to apologize. I gave you a hard time. And then watch him shit his brains out behind that giant tree in the front lawn. That's just a plan I have. Yeah, he canceled it. Decades old law. Making the decade-old tradition a victim of a increasingly contentious relationship with major news organizations. The annual Christmas season gathering was a significant perk for those covering the White House, as well as other Washington reporters, anchors, and commentators, and New York media executives would regularly fly in for the occasion. Journalists who attend the events, which featured a catered buffet of lamb chops, crab claws, and elaborate desserts. I just picture Michael Moore on all fours behind the dumpster in the White House and picking up the scraps. And when they catch him, he's like, "No, I'm sending these to poor people over in." No, you're not. They used to get to roam the decorated mansion with a spouse or other family members, a friend or a colleague, adding to the invitation's allure. But Trump said, "Fuck that. You lie about me around the clock. You're not coming to my fucking house for a party." He'll let a few people in, maybe Sean Hannity and maybe Cooper Anderson and his boyfriend. They could have a sex show at the end of the, Because the taxpayers are likely funding this disgusting honoring of fake news elites, that alone makes it worse than a similar gathering, the execrable but annual White House Correspondents' Dinner, where the elite media pretend to raise money for the scholarships as it awards its left-wing self-left-wing awards, awarding left-wingism. This is from Nolte, by the way. The problem with these events, mostly, especially pre-Trump, is watching the establishment media honored and feted as though they are not the worst people in the world. The phoniness of this charade is galling, he says. The media create nothing but hot air, hate, chaos, horrible predictions, low ratings, left-wing opinions, sanctimony, and lies. You are correct, sir. He says, I love his disdain. The dumpster fire that is the media do not deserve a White House Christmas party, and they do not deserve a presidential presence at the hideous act of self-regard that is the White House Correspondents' Dinner, an event Trump has snubbed and will hopefully continue to fucking snub. And I can't blame him.
You are fake news, sir. Can you state categorically? You are fake news, sir. Can you state categorically? You are fake news, sir.
Ending that party up in there here. Though April shower may come your way. Oh, a Democrat, Ted Lieu from California, House Representative, showed his true left coast liberal retardedness. Wednesday on CNN, Rep. Ted Lieu, Democrat, California, said he, in quotes, would love to be able to regulate free speech, but lamented the First Amendment is preventing him. Here he is saying that.
It caught some attention, but I wonder, have you thought that maybe you and other Democrats have missed opportunities to use your time to press Google's CEO at a time when these large tech companies are struggling to manage content, perpetuating conspiracy theories? They're so vulnerable to outside interference. Isn't that a focus that could have been...
Pause. First of all, she's couching the question wrong. Those are the big problems, outside interference and having trouble monitoring content. She's skirting all the issues. How about the fucking left-wing bias? That's the big thing. That's what everybody's worried about, shutting down people's opinions that you don't agree with. Not letting us know. That's the questions. She just jumped around because she's a CNN airhead instead of saying, what the fuck? We have empirical evidence.
Missed opportunity?
So it's a very good point you make. I would love if I could have more than 5 minutes to question witnesses. Unfortunately, I don't get that opportunity. However, I would love to be able to regulate the content of speech.
Pause.
The first.
Who said that? Who the fuck said that? Who's the slimy little communist shit twinkle-toed cocksucker down here who just signed his own death warrant?
Okay, let him continue,
First
General.
Amendment prevents me from doing so. And that's simply a function of the First Amendment. But I think over the long run, it's better that government does not regulate the content of speech. I would urge these private sector companies to regulate it better themselves, but it's really nothing that I believe government can do. And so that's been my position all along.
Your position's
All
been,
right, Governor.
All right, that's it. Your position's been bent over a table all along, you fucking leftist, fucking anti-First Amendment scumbag. You could tell he was bothered by it. I'd love to regulate you, but I don't think because the goddamn pesky Constitution is in the way. But I think private companies should do our dirty work for us. Mr. fucking Lieu. Lieu, Mayor. Again, that shit comes from the Democrat. How do you vote fucking for that party? Again, I'm not a fucking, I try to be down the middle. I'm just calling them as I see them. They're the ones who create fucking safe spaces for minorities on college campuses. They're the ones who fucking consider everything that they disagree with hate speech. They're the ones shutting down conservative fucking opinions on social media. They're fascist fuckstains, and you keep voting that way. I get friends. I fucking want to. I don't say anything because I want them to keep them as friends. But Trump lies about what? How large the crowd was as an inauguration? I would love to regulate speech, he said. You see where it's all headed, don't you? That's a beautiful picture of Mr. Lieu. He's looking up at his secretary going, how do you like this? He has no pants on. I'm filling in the dialogue there. What do you think of this? Ding, plang, chang. I would urge the private sector company to regulate better themselves. I don't like that motherless prickwad. How about this? I'm staying away from this restaurant. Apparently, you get a little... Dad left paralyzed from nose down. Have you ever heard that? I say in my act, just kidding, when I talk about Stephen Hawking, I go, this guy's paralyzed from the forehead down. This guy came up with a better one. This is a true story, from the nose down. After eating chicken, what do you call it? Curry.
But you don't have opening?
No.
But why not?
The father was left fighting for his life in an induced coma a couple days after eating chicken curry. David Braham, 40, became unwell with food poisoning while watching his son play rugby. I think it might have been the rugby that's fucking made him sick. But he had what they call in England a dodgy meal. The food poisoning unexpectedly brought on a rare autoimmune disorder called, I've pronounced this many times, Guillain-Barré syndrome. David was left paralyzed from the face down. Can you imagine? Boy, that makes getting the shits from a burger at Arby's like a... Look, this is from fucking having chicken curry. Did you enjoy your meal, sir? Did I enjoy it? Yeah, a little too much ALS in the fucking duck sauce. Did I enjoy it? I'm paralyzed from the nose down. I loved it. Can I get a doggy bag? I want to put my fucking family in a wheelchair. Get one of those vans. What the? Jesus Christ. Look at this. I'm spitting up food. He was left paralyzed face down, unable to talk and breathe while on a ventilator for 4 months. I hope ISIS doesn't read about this. They'll abandon their trucks and just start fucking serving us curry. He has finally learned to walk on his own 8 months after the Chinese curry nearly cost him. That's a spicy curry when it paralyzes you. They have that on, do you want it mild? Do you want it? Spicy's a little picture of a guy, an icon in a wheelchair. Though April showers may come your way, He says, before I knew it, I was literally locked in my own body. It was absolutely terrifying. It was like being in a living hell or watching The View for 12 minutes. What? David picked up the meal from a roadside cafe and felt poorly. That's kind of understating it. I can't feel my ass bone on my feet. I felt poorly while watching his 7-year-old son play rugby. Maybe because the team was getting their ass kicked. And he had €200 on his. He was rushed to the Princess Wales Hospital 4 days later on April 10th. And here's your socialized medicine for you. He was sent home with some antibiotics after 6 days in the hospital, but within 24 hours, a tingling feeling started to spread through his body, eventually causing complete paralysis. Back in hospital, doctors discovered he had been suffering from Campylobacter, the most common cause of food poisoning. Guillain-Barré syndrome was triggered by the food poisoning and began to attack David's nerve functions. He awoke out of the coma in May, and his first words were, "Can you get the waiter? I need my check." His first words were, "Didn't I come in here a couple months ago? I don't want to say the service is slow, but look, this is from eating something." What a fucking nightmare. Anyways, he then took his first steps in early November. So how'd you enjoy the curry? Well, it was terrific. I had to learn to walk again. I want to say it was a little spicy, but I'm telling you. Anyways, that's it. I'm tapped. Another week in the books. El Tapo, El Smoko. I've had this on the. I've had this story on the desk. San Francisco creates world first ever transgender cultural district. It's been. I've had it for 3 days. You know what? I can't get into it. I'm tired. I'm tapped. I have what they call compassion fatigue. What do you think the name of my next album or special should be? And yes, they still call them albums. They do. Matter of fact, vinyl's making a comeback. But Breath of Fresh Air, which I love, or just one word, refreshing, or Thoughts and Prayers, which I love Thoughts and Prayers. You like that one, guys?
I love that.
You do you? All right. I think we might have... Take a poll on Patreon. Weigh in, will you, folks? Like you don't do enough for me. And have your kids wear around those fucking Nick DiPaolo hats and get kicked out of school. That's all I can think of. Another great week. Thank you, Patreon people. And go to nickdip.com for my tour dates. Remember, you guys think it. I will say it. And we will talk to you, on Monday, right? Take care of yourselves.